you guys do it? You guys make it look so roomy on YouTube and all these car reviews. Is everybody like 5'2" when you guys are in these cars doing these reviews? I can't, for the life of me, cannot fit in this car. There's no way in hell, if you're over 6 feet, I'm 6'4", there's no way past 6 feet you're fitting in this car. I get it, I'm a bigger guy too. I'm 290 now. I think I'm gaining a little weight, but whatever. The highlight is like, you're gonna spend this kind of money. I know it's a sports car, blah blah blah, it's not for comfort, but it's not fair. And this thing bruises the crap out of you. And I gotta bring the steering wheel all the way to my chest like your grandmother. If not, I'm just bashing my knee. There's no way. I can't get to the brake. I can't get to anything. There's space up here, but something's not right. So I'm gonna pull this guy up towards me and drive like that with a kink in my neck. I swear to God, if I put my head straight up, I can feel the bow, or people behind me can see my dome through the soft top of this convertible. Something's not adding up. I've tried everything to recline this thing. This looks like there's, another 3 inches of space back here, but it doesn't do it. It doesn't go back anymore. There, you hear me clicking? It doesn't go back. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't go down. I don't get it. And this thing just kills, man. I swear I got a dent in my leg now from this thing. I have to see that at the end of the day. But it is nuts, man. How do you guys make it look so roomy online? On TV, they make it look like it's the most spacious thing. You guys have the camera all the way back here, so it looks like you're in your living room? And to be honest, I kind of miss like having some kind of center screen here. Man, there's got to be something. We got to dive more into this. I've taken this car I've had it for half a day now. Maybe it's going on a full day. It takes me time to kind of get accustomed to some of the cars, but this one I'm going to have a hard time. The C8 blows this car away. The AMG blows this car away. Like, it feels good. Like, it's peppy. It's fun. It's, it kicks you back a little bit. Even in dynamic, it's weird. If you let go of the gas, it downshifts for you, but it throws you forward. But like, if you're just kind of coasting through traffic, it's certain gear. I think second, it just pulls forward. So you got to pay attention, or else you're gonna rear end somebody. Man, this car is nice, but it is not spacious at all. I'm pretty sure you can see it on camera that I'm kinked this way to the right. But man, if you're bald, even if you're bald, you're not fitting here. I know I said that in the C8, but if you're bald, you're not fitting in this thing either. You're gonna end up with a rash scraping your head on the roof of this thing. The only way you can actually fit in this thing is by doing this. This is the only way. This is the only way you're gonna fit in this car. Is by dropping the top down, getting a whole feel for the thing, and then finally lifting up your head. But the thing is, when you do this, when you're sitting here, this is all you see is the dash. I mean, is the roof of the car. You don't see shit. You don't see anything. It's garbage. But man, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna bring the camera to my eyesight, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's up to here. This is what I see. So I don't see anything from here. I gotta be my head out or under, because it's a thin line of window sight, dude. So before we do a little driving demo, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee because it's early in the morning. It's still kind of cloudy. It hasn't burnt off from the California sun, and then we'll see what this R8 can do. Alright, so we're gonna do a quick rip right here. I'm at a stop. There's a light coming up. I have it in dynamic mode. This car is snug. My knees are like underneath the steering wheel, but like tucked up behind it. My left knee right underneath the toggle there. I don't know what it is, but my left knee is bruised on the left side. But this thing, it's amazing. Just listen to that sound and everything. Hopefully, I got a new mic. See, I don't know if you guys can see it in camera, but I got the DJI mic. Hopefully you can hear me clearly since all my other videos were trash, but I'm just gonna tap the gas right here so you can hear this real quick. This Audi R8 is phenomenal. It's bumpy as hell, I apologize, but we'll make it work. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! God, man. This just sounds phenomenal. It's like the moisture right off my lips. It's not comfortable, but man, it's a fun car to rip around in. I'm over by LAX right now, but man, this thing is a blast. My head's through the roof, and I gotta duck down a little bit because my forehead is legit at the top of the windshield. So I gotta duck down a little bit to see a little bit more of the road. I don't know how these guys are making this car look so roomy. It is snug. I feel like I'm at 90 degrees. My back is straight. I like to lounge a little bit. Hands down, the C8 is way more comfortable. Way more comfortable. I don't know what it is. Maybe Americans are just larger and they know that. So they go for that. But man, the C8 kind of blows this R8 away. The R8 sounds phenomenal. It's a blast. But the C8 for everyday daily use, that's where it's at. This isn't going to be it. But man, this thing is fun. I've been grinning ear to ear, but my legs are cramped. My back hurts. This is not going to be a daily driver for me, but man, it's a fun thing to rip around. And if you're new to my channel, I'm kind of testing out cars. I'm using Turo to kind of... Give me a second here. Oof. You can't beat that. So if you're new to my page, I'm just using Turo to kind of test out cars that I want to buy, because the last thing you want to do is buy a car that you fantasize about, like, yo, I have my dream car, but then when you get it, it's like, it's a nightmare. You can't fit in it. It's uncomfortable. It doesn't check all the boxes that you think it did, and you're just in love with the fantasy of having the car. But for right now, this isn't it. So I'm using Turo. I rented the C8. I did the AMG GT. That was my last video, and now the Audi R8. It's a blast, but it's super tight. If you're a big guy, if you're over 6 foot, you can't get this car. If you're 6 foot with some meat on your bones, there's no way. Maybe if you're 6 foot and got nothing but a bag of bones, you'll fit in this car just right. It's a blast of a ride. It puts a smile ear to ear. Oof. You can't help but just want to smash that gas, man. And everybody gives you a thumbs up on the way by, but I must look like a clown because my head's out of the roof of this car. And I had one guy come, looks a little snug in there. I'm like, yeah, it's snug as shit, but man, it's a blast. It puts a smile on your face. I know I've said that so many times, but man, this car is phenomenal. Another thumbs up there. Thanks, brother. Oof. Man, I don't know why I stop breathing when I accelerate, man. I don't know. I just like, woof. God, it feels amazing, though. So, again, I'm getting this car. I'm not getting this car. But, man, I'm testing out all these cars that I really want, that I dream of. I just recommend you use Turo. Use any kind of rental, car rental, whatever. I'm not sponsored by nobody. I'm just really just trying to do my homework so the car that I get that is my dream car doesn't turn out to be a nightmare. You know what I mean? Because you buy these cars because you think you work so hard, you know what I mean? You save your money, you do everything you're supposed to do, you check all your boxes, your family's fed. I don't have any kids or anything, but you do what you can do to kind of make a living for yourself, so one day you can afford the car that you enjoy. I don't know. It must be a guy thing. I don't know. We just ultimate dream is get that one car that you enjoy. I'm going to use this as my daily, so it's got to check all the boxes, even a grocery get. I don't care. And so far, the C8 fits a lot more. The R8's all right. You know, you throw a bag in there, but the C8, I was able to fit 2 carry-ons, a duffel bag, a few other things. The R8, I could only fit 1 carry-on in the front. And then I got just my camera bag on top of it, and it's smushed. Half of it's empty, so the R8's not it for storage if you're looking for that. But man, this car is a blast to drive. And it's pretty good on fuel, to be honest. It being a V10 and all, I feel like the AMG drank way more fuel than this thing. But man, it's fun. No complaints here. And the sound is incredible. Oof, the pop pop. So top choice so far is definitely the C8. The Audi R8 is nice, but it's just too tight for me, man. Like, my knee is throbbing, my back is curled up. There's no headroom when the top comes down. When the top comes down, forget about it. I'm crinked like this. My neck is sore just from that. I'm gonna go get a massage right now just for that reason before my flight back home. If you're in the market, I think the C8 wins out of all these, man. I don't know. I hate to say it, but the Audi R8's not it. You're cramped up. You're pretty much in a smushed Volkswagen Bug. The top is flattened down. It's maybe a little elongated a little bit, but that's pretty much what I feel like. I feel like I'm in a Volkswagen Bug that's been smushed and thrown a V10 in. I'm gonna bang a U right here, and I'll rip it the other way too. Sorry, I got ADHD. I'm all over the place with this video thing, but I'm trying. If you like what you see so far, hit that like button. Subscribe, don't subscribe, it don't matter. I just enjoy what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep going. I don't know what I'm gonna get next, but there's a little bit of a hiccup, but the best way to drive this car is definitely in manual mode. The auto is nice if you're going to do a launch, but this car doesn't have the launch feature. It's pretty much your base rear-wheel drive. It's whatever you're going to find on Turo. They're going to buy the cheaper exotics and charge you a bit more to rent them out because they know what you want to do with them. But this is the best way to feel. Like for this car, if I just got it, test drove it, and thought this is the one I want, I'd be looking to resell this thing in a heartbeat. I'm not comfortable at all. There's not a comfortable position in this car for me. And there's like 3 inches of spare space in the back seat that doesn't recline back, doesn't do anything. It just stops you because it's motorized, so it's not manual, so you can't just shove it back there. But if I got this car, I would have been really depressed and looking to sell it real quick because it's not it for me. Even though it's beautiful, I can't complain. The performance is amazing. It's a blast to drive. Listen to that. Come on. How do you not love it? But man, I'm not comfortable. This has to be a daily. Like, it's not it, man. It's not it at all. But man, it's a blast. That one quick, zip around the car dealership isn't gonna do it for you. You'll fall in love because you're in love with the fantasy of getting whatever dream car you're looking to get. So definitely rent it for a weekend, rent it for a week if you want. Do some errands, do whatever you want with it. I know most people, when they get to that point of getting that car, it's not a grocery getter, it's a weekend cruiser or whatever. But me, I want my car that I'm spending a lot of money on to be my daily. Well, I'm looking to drive the shit out of it, you know what I mean? So for me, this car has to check all the boxes, if not most of the boxes. And so far, the car that's done that is the C8. I hate to admit it. I know there's a lot of oh, it's not a supercar, it's not an exotic, blah, blah, blah. It's a fantastic car. The C8 is an amazing car. Especially with the Z06 coming out, God knows when that's going to come out or who's going to get it. And the mock-ups are going to be through the roof. But this Audi R8, although it's phenomenal, it's not it. It's so uncomfortable. You're paying for the motor. That's all you're paying for. I gotta start looking for cops because I've been hightailing it all over the place. You don't want to react on emotion. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that girl that you're dating. You fantasize about all the time, then you get it and you date it, and it's like she annoys the crap out of you. That's what some of these exotic cars are like. Guy, girl, whatever. I don't know what you're into, but just in general, your expectations surpass reality almost 99% of the time. Hopefully my mic is still recording. I just got it, so I don't know what's going on with it. That was a Mustang, because you're wondering what the hell that was. This car's on my go. Oof. Man, it's fun. If that fantasy matches reality, bring that suitcase full of cash, brother, and buy that thing, because you will not regret a dime. And you're not just being intimidated by the sales guy or your dream or your fantasies or whatever, and you actually do your homework and you pull the trigger on the car that you actually love and will enjoy day in and day out. Every time you push the button to turn the key, you'll love it each time, and you love it more and more. Gets your heart pumping, and your smile on your face gets bigger and bigger. This car is amazing. Coffee and power check. Car check, let's go. the 2022, I think it started in 2017, there's no center console on the Audi R8, which in a weird way, I miss it. I like having some tech here. I like having a screen here. It just feels like something's missing. I know it's all centrally located for the driver, but again, with my position, I can't really see the tach. I can't see where the map is or the radio, because the steering wheel, since I have to telescope it to my chest, now the bar of the steering wheel is in front of the tachometer, so I can't really see what's going on, but I can see my speed, and my speed's only at 30 right now, so that's all right. But not having the center console here throws me off a little bit. I'm kind of used to coming over here for your radio, I don't know, it just feels like something's missing. Although then again, if you have your phone, kind of makes up for it, because you just slap it on the vent and you go from there. But I don't know, I just feel like, I know it's been a little while, the R8 kind of always had that feature that there's nothing really here. But all right, and the center console has wireless charging, but if you have the 14 Pro Max, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, or if I'm recording on a Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, it doesn't fit there. It's mainly made for the smaller phones, so your phone's not going to fit there. But it's great that there's wireless charging and everything. It just doesn't fit. And yeah, I'm just not. Maybe I'm still kind of trying to figure the car out. It doesn't flow for me because I'm mainly uncomfortable. But the ride itself is beautiful. It's a smooth car. It drives great. It's just uncomfortable physically.